So if you want to make the hardest Detroit beats for Babytron, this is the video for you. And make sure to stick to the end, because I'm going to show you a way to create that classic Detroit bass from scratch. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is set the BPM to 100 or something like that. And of course the best way to start in these beats is by using a piano. You can use a normal one or a more unique one, but in this case I want to use the piano 10 from the Cryptic Analog Lab Bank. Now we can set the scale to E minor, because that's a scale that I really like to use for hard beats. This is just a minor chord, and I want to take out the middle note. I have an idea in my mind. Yeah, that's fire. As you can see, to create this melody I only used the 3 notes, and I really like that. And here I just used these 2 semitones that are perfect to create tension, and in this beat tension is really important. So I think I want to copy this over, but before I want to add some bass notes. These are important too in this type of beats. And of course we are going to fill this pause here with other instruments, but sometimes it's good also to use a silence. And here at the end we can go up. Yeah, that's crazy. Now it's really important to duplicate the bass notes, and we can lower the velocity of the bottom ones. So it's going to hit harder. Okay, of course now we can clone this preset, and we can paste these bass notes here, so they're going to be separated and it's going to be easier in the arrangement. So now we have this foundation, and I really like that, but in this type of beats you want to have something fast that is also repetitive, so I want to add the top melody on this piano. And remember always to use the semitones. Can lower the velocity. Yeah, I like that. You can try to pitch this down too. Yeah, let's try to do something like that instead. I want to anticipate this note, because in this way it's creating more bounce. I'm just going to link this melody to a different mixer channel than the bass note, so I can add some effects on this. So the first thing that I want to add is some delay. Really subtle, but it's good. And before the delay I want to add an EQ. I really like it, but now it's time to add some other melodies to make the sample sound more full and have some variation that we can use in the arrangement. So as I said before, tension in these beats is really important, and to create it we can add some strings. I really like to use expand for this. Let's try these big legato strings. And a really good way to create that tension is just to hold the root note in this way. But we can create some variation, maybe go up an octave here. Okay, I really like that, but I want to add some effects because this is too invasive. So I'm just going to add an EQ. The next thing that we can add is some reverb, of course. And here I'm just moving this low cut knob. In this way we are going to avoid to add reverb on the low end. Yeah, that's better. But now I want to add the classic Detroit bell, because it's going to give some rhythm to it and it's going to be easier to find counter melodies. So I like to use this one from the new kit that I'm making. And here we can just follow the bass notes. Yeah, I like that. So on this bell I want to add some reverb. And of course some delay. I like to put the time on the floor for the bell. I can add also an EQ to remove some low end. Yeah, that's better. Okay, the next thing that I want to add are some strings again. I really like to use these spiccato strings down from Expand. You know, maybe you can try to follow the main melody. that's crazy. Okay, let's try to change the key of the whole sample. We can just select all of them and click transpose. Yeah, that's crazy. I want to pen these strings on the right. And we can add an EQ on this. And also some reverb. Yeah, I think it's fire. Okay, I love this, but it's missing something like a lead. So I'm just going to search for it in my analog lab bank. Let's try to use this theremin. Yeah, that's crazy. And we can just copy this over. I like that, but I want to add some effects on this, so I want to pan this on the left. Maybe add some reverb too. And then EQ. Okay, like that, but the last thing that I want to add, since we are already using 4 different sounds, is a bell, and I know it's going to sound crazy. But before, I wanted to tell you that the sounds that I use in this video are from the Cryptic Multi Kit you already know, and if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. And inside of it, you will find also the Enigma Multi Kit that is loaded with drums, so it's a huge bundle. But now, let's add this bell. Yeah, let's use the bell 8. And here, I want to add some little accents. Yeah, I really like that. You can just copy this over. And here we can pitch this up for variation. Yeah, I like that. But again, this is too invasive, so I'm just going to add an EQ on this. Some reverb too. Yeah. So now we can arrange a bit the sample, and we can start with almost all the melodies playing, and then in the hook we can take out almost everything. Here in the verse I want it to be empty. And then we can bring back the lead. And now I'm just going to drop some sauce. So right now we need to add that classic Detroit bass, and I'm going to show you how you can make it from scratch. So the first thing that we're going to do is load up a GMS. That is an FL Studio stock plugin, and we're going to select this basic catchy bass, and it's sounding like this. But we need to bring down this LFO amount and move the decay. We can move also the amount, and it's going to sound more open. Let's try to test it with the melodies. Now we can add some crazy drums. So I will go in my Enigma Multi Kit, and we can use a snare as a clap. Yeah, I love this one. And in these beats I heard that they like a lot to pitch up their snare. Now we can add some hi-hats. We can click 2 steps. But this is too slow, because we are at 100 BPM, so we just need to click shift and duplicate them over. But what I like to do is just to lower a bit the velocity to create more bounce. Now we can click Alt-R to randomize the pen a little bit. You can just leave it like this, we don't really need the rolls in these beats. So now we're going to add a hat. It's really common in these beats to layer the hat with the 808. So I know I'm just going to follow this pattern. So I'm just going to do something like this. and I want to duplicate this snare so we can create some bounce. Here I want to make something like a roll. And of course also in this beat, the spins is always the king, so let's use it. That's better. We can just copy this again. If you want to obtain this effect with the head, you want to make your 808 clip. So as you can see, the volume is at around 3. But make sure to have the soft clipper on your master, so the master won't clip, but the 808 will sound distorted. And of course we can have a session where we have the Detroit bass playing with the spins. So we just need to go on the bass and add an EQ on it. We need to remove the low end. And here in the verse we can have the Detroit bass too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, remember to drop a sub, like and comment, and check out this video on how to make beats for Key Glock.